What is going on, everybody? Jason here, and I am back on the CBR for another motovlog episode. And today we're gonna go find some JDM cars for sale here in Okinawa, Japan. I've got my eye set on a pretty sweet ride that we're gonna go check out. That is the main objective. If there's any other cars along the way, I will definitely spot them and we'll stop and check them out. This one car I'm super stoked about. I have not seen one yet for sale in Japan, so stay tuned. You definitely don't want to miss it. Looks like we might be getting a little bit of traffic this morning, boys. Hopefully it's not too bad. It is Tuesday morning. Normally I'm out on the weekends. However, I have been on leave, and that's why I wasn't able to really get a video up this last weekend. I've just been super busy. Check it out. GT4. Nice. No, look at all this traffic. It's prime time rush hour right now. Let's see if I can get merged in here. Thanks. So to my left is a car dealership called Payless, and they don't have anything really special out ever. Just a lot of like legacy B4s. You guys see the Skylines or like the 350, 250 GTs. They do have a 350Z, but you know, the prices are all pretty much the same for all the cars. Right around 5,000. So there's a Legacy 4,700, that Skyline over there 4,200 US dollars, but that's 2 years with the JCI, and a lot of these dealers offer like zero interest loans, so anybody moving to Okinawa, Payless is kind of like one of the bigger used car dealerships out here. You've got BC and Payless, but I never actually really stopped and walked around because I'm trying to find like JDM Legends. Nothing wrong with these cars. Like, I would drive pretty much any one of them. I would drive the shit out of a B4. But I want to find the good stuff, and that's what we're doing right now. So we'll pick back up. I apologize for this traffic. If there's anything cool along the way, I'll spot. If not, we'll just pick up once we get to the dealership, because I don't want you guys to sit here and suffer in traffic with me. Yeah. R33 GT-R. Hell yeah. I have not seen an R33 GT-R for sale in Okinawa, Japan, or even mainland. And for some of those that don't know, I used to own an R33 GT-R, so I'm very much in love with these cars. And GT-Rs are really hard to come by just on the local market. You can find exporters that sell a lot of GT-Rs, or like specialty auto shops, but not just like a regular auto dealer. It's sitting right next to the Toyota Prius. We're gonna do a little walk around on this GT-R. It is a 1995, which means it'll be eligible to go back in 2020. Obviously it's twin turbo 2.6. See Apexi in the kanji, and for this they are asking 3,980,000 yen, which is about 35,000 US dollars. Which I don't understand why they have this sign here and then this sign up here includes the 2-year JCI. So this price doesn't probably come with the JCI, this one does. But it has 52,000 kilometers. That is insanely low. Some color all paint, aftermarket meter, new custom wheels, turbo timer, adjustable suspension, air filter, custom exhaust muffler. So it comes with a 2-year JCI and 4.1 million yen. It's like 38,000 US dollars. I don't understand why it says 52,000 kilometers, 83,890. That's not right. I don't know what the exact number is. We'll probably go off of 83,000 kilometers and 50,000 miles. But it does have some aftermarket wheels. I do like these. These kind of look like, I don't know, kind of like TE37s or like the Nismo LM GT4s. Not a bad look on the car. It is rocking 245 18s on the rear. And this is a really wide rim, and it's a little stretch. I'm not a fan of the stretch look on sports cars. I think they could have put like a 265, 275 on the rear. Made that butt look a little bit fatter, but no big deal. The paint overall looks really clean. Nice mirrored finish. But one thing I'm not really digging, in Dayton, if you're watching this video, no offense, I know you replaced it, but this Veil side wing, not a big fan of it. I love the stock GT-R wing. However, is this one adjustable? I don't think it's adjustable. It's just, it's too big for me. Like, look at it from here. I just hate how wide it comes out. I think Veilside, once upon a time, was like a really elite JDM brand. Back in the 90s with Fast and Furious. I know you guys remember like the Fast and Furious, the Veilside RX-7 and the NSX. I love those cars, but this does not. I mean, look at that. It's got a little hole cut out for the freaking antenna. It's pretty funny. Walk around, check out the interior. I do see a bunch of gauges. A lot of them look really outdated. Blitz. It's got a big old tachometer. Kind of cheesy with a shift light, but it does. Check out that steering wheel. It has an impulse steering wheel. That is super cool. Stock shift knobs, pretty beat, but overall the interior looks pretty nice. The seats aren't torn or ripped up. Very clean looking car. Let's check out the front. Wheel specs. .235, 40, 18 in the front, and it's got the 245, 40, 18 in the rear. Same thing. Tires a little stretched. I think they could run at least a 45 on the front, and maybe a 255, 265, and then 275, or even a 285 on the rear, and really fill that wheel well up back there. Oh, and it does have aero mirrors. So I wouldn't mind aero mirrors. Not like a big fan. Like if I had a car, I wouldn't go running out buying aero mirrors. But if it already had it like this car, not a big deal. Just have the clear side markers, which I think look really good, especially on the midnight purple. I love midnight purple. Man. And then the exhaust. I believe it's running the Kakimoto Racing, which is an awesome exhaust. It's actually a true twin. It's a true twin dual exhaust all the way from the downpipes off the turbos. So there are two pipes from the dump pipes all the way back to the exhaust, which is pretty sweet. And I've heard this one in person. It sounds really good. So this exhaust for me would be staying on there. All right, enough about the GTR. See if there's anything else back here. Toyota Landcruiser, 1,390,000 yen. Not a bad price actually. It's about 12K. I know these are pretty sought after, but check this out. Honda Integra Type R. I don't think it's for sale though. We'll do a walk around now. Where's all my Honda lovers? Not gonna lie, this one looks a little beat though. Definitely needs a new paint job. Even the license plate has rust on it. Check out that tachometer. 10,000 RPMs. Gotta love it. Nice red Recaro seat. Shift knob. Headlights are worn. This one's pretty yellow. So I think this might be a personal car, or it might have been a car they got from auction, or they're gonna clean up, maybe get it repainted. Because we're over here at Dream Run, and Dream Run usually has, like you've seen the GTR, and you've seen some of the other videos, they usually have pretty clean cars. I remember they had an R32 Skyline out here. It wasn't a GTR, but the paint was pretty beat on it. That car disappeared for like a few months, came back, fresh paint, and they painted the rims. So we might see an Integra Type R for sale in the future. Can't make any promises, but I would love to actually see this car cleaned up. See what else we got back here. Hey, Mini Cooper. This is actually pretty clean. I don't know what the deal is on it either. It's sitting back here, but two-tone, orange and white. These definitely look like fun cars to drive. I don't know what's going on here with the blue tape. Maybe the trunk leaks a little bit. It's got aftermarket exhaust. And then I'm not gonna feature this STI. My last cars for sale video, I covered this. I'll post that link down below if you wanna check out that Subaru. Another Landcruiser. This one's actually pretty clean. I'm really digging that paint. It's dark blue, and the way the sun's hitting it. Automatic. They're asking 1,880,000 yen. About 17,500. It's a 95, so it's eligible to go back in 2020. And then same thing with this Celica. This GT4 is still sitting here, and this car is awesome. I've had them actually pop the hood. It is very clean. 1,090,000 yen, under $10,000, and 95. I'll post a link to that video below if you want to check that one out. And then a Mark II 96. This one's still out here. Very clean as well. 16,000 US dollars on that one. And then GTR, I want it, but 40K, that's a lot. 40K is a lot for a GTR considering how much I paid for my GTR 2 years ago. It's very disheartening. All right, guys, I'm gonna head back to the bike and then probably get out of here, but if I spot anything else, we'll definitely feature it. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Honestly, there's so much traffic out here right now and it's getting pretty hot. But real quick, want to talk about that GTR. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts on it. Yeah, very low miles. It's a 95, so it's about to be eligible for importation. I don't know if it's a V-Spec or not. Granted, V-Spec doesn't mean a whole lot. It's just kind of like, I guess, bragging rights. Like, oh, I got a V-Spec. But honestly, about 40K out the door for that car. It hurts because I paid back in 2017. It was June. I bought a 95 R33 GTR V-Spec. Granted, it had more miles, about double the miles, honestly. But it was a KN6 color code, which is pretty rare. It had some nice V-Spec goodies on there. It had the rear spats. It had like super fresh paint. Like, it was pretty much stock, honestly. It had an exhaust, it had a Kakimoto exhaust. But it was super clean, and that's what I was looking for. I wanted like an unmolested GTR. And with that color code, it was like one of two on island that I knew of. So, pretty rare car. And I got it for 19. I had it for about a year, and unfortunately I sold it. I can't be too mad. I sold it for 20. And this is right before the prices of the 33 really started to take off. Because at the time, everybody wanted an R32 GTR, and everybody was kind of against the 33. Like, I'd go to car shows, and the 32 guys, they had, you know, so many cars out there, and there was only a few of us with 33s. But now that people are moving here to Japan and they're leaving later, they can take back a 33. And just out of nowhere, this 33 craze kind of just ignited, and everybody's trying to get their hands on them. Like, all the export companies, they're buying them up from auction, and they're going for a lot of the auctions too now. So I reached out to a few dealers and I was like, hey, how much for these 33s? And honestly, 40K for that one is not far off from what I've seen on, like, online on Goonet and everything else like that. So it kind of hurts because I paid 20 and I sold mine, and then I kid you not, like a few months later, I've seen a few going for sale for like 27, 28, 30, and the prices are just climbing like crazy. And when I sold it, I was like, oh, no big deal. Before I leave Japan, I'll get another one. Like, I'll keep my eyes out and I'll get another one. But now that the prices are going up so much, like, I don't even know if I really want to get another 33 GTR. Kind of like been there, done that. Phenomenal car, loved it to death. Shoot myself in the foot, I should have kept it. But do I really want to pay double what I paid 2 years ago for the same car? And the car might even be a lemon, you know what I mean? I lucked out in that car I had for a year. I put it through the ringer, and that thing was awesome. So for me, honestly, I don't think I would go for a 33 GTR. They're just beyond what I would spend for one. Cool cars, but unless the prices start coming down on them, which I highly doubt, because they only made about 10 to 11,000 of them, and they're all getting bought up right now, and a lot of them are getting shipped back to the States here in like the next year or two. So I think that's just it. And hindsight's 2020. I should have just held on to my my GTR, but the Evo I had a great time with, so I don't regret that. And honestly, there's so many awesome cars out there in the world. And after owning an R33 GTR, I just don't think I would go for another 33 GTR. Nothing against the 33, but there's just so many other awesome cars out there that I would love to get my hands on. And I'm kind of at the point where I want to take back something unique, something that not everybody's going after. So when I do go to the car meets back in the States in, you know, the next few years, I'm going to be the only car there, rather than taking a 33 GTR and showing up to a meet and there's like 4 other ones back in the States, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause that's already happening with the 32s. So we'll see. But that's my little rant on the GTR. I just can't believe how much they're going for. I mean, geez. Am I crazy? Or like, I think the car is definitely worth it from just like a performance standpoint and like a collector standpoint, but it's a lot of money for a 25-year-old car. I mean, 40K can get you some pretty sweet rides. I could probably get my hands on, you know, a badass like Vet Z06 you know, a few years old, or I don't know, like a fucking Dodge Viper, old Viper or something. No, it's not the same. Anyways, that's all I got for today, guys. Go check me out on Instagram, Captain26. Stay tuned for the next video. I appreciate all the support. Love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Deuces.